What is GOGI? Well, way back in 2002, I didn't know either. But I began sitting with prisoners that were detained at the Federal Corrections Institution in Terminal Island in San Pedro. And they began talking to me about the process of change. And one of them said, "Wow, what you're telling me is that if I want to get out of prison, I have to go in for the answers." And another guy said, "Yeah, getting out by going in." And then his buddy next to him said, "Gogi." That's how we got the name Gogi. It stands for getting out by going in. And it truly is about seeking freedom first from the inside out. So the thought of getting out of prison by going inward for the freedom is universal. So getting out by going in, GOGI. Who can participate in GOGI? Well, that's a very good question because it depends on where you are and what your level of interest is in. The GOGI tools are available to everyone. In fact, we found that teachers love these tools. They love to provide them to their students. They're easy, they're simple, and it's a wonderful universal language. Now, there are many different formats to study these tools, all of which are tailored to the specific audience that we're addressing. So if working with kids, we allow the teacher to download free handouts, power up the kids with these tools. If we're working with somebody who's incarcerated, it may show up in the form of a course, anger management the GOGI way, or release prep, or insight development. Any way you look at it, the GOGI tools are universal and they can be used and studied by anyone, most commonly in the form of PowerUp meetings. What is a PowerUp meeting? PowerUp meetings are small peer group circles, 12 people or less, who gather together and they are tired of being a problem and they want to be a solution. And they align with the fact that they are a solution and they use the GOGI tools to help them become that. So rather than a process group that talks about all the things that went wrong or all the things that aren't fair, people in a power up group are really powering up to be the solution in their community. So if you can just imagine how well this works in schools, take a classroom of 35 people, 35 little kids. You get them into their peer mentor circles of 10 or 12, and you empower them to practice these tools. An amazing thing happens when you get into a small peer circle and you say, you can be the solution. And that's what we do at Getting Out by Going In. We offer power-up meetings to just about anybody so they can become the solution in their communities. Does GOGI sell courses? Yes, we sell courses because that's the easiest way for somebody who needs to earn a certificate to earn a certificate. So if you go to our website, gettingoutbygoingin.org, you'll see an icon there that says store. And if you click on that, you'll see some convenient bundles like the anger management bundle or the release prep bundle. What we're trying to do is be able to get courses into people who need to earn certificates, who need to show proof of rehabilitation, and we do this the least expensive way possible. So yes, we sell courses at a discount, and yes, they are available to anybody. What is a GOGI coach? Well, a GOGI coach is somebody who has gone through extensive training. In fact, some of our coaches actually say that the GOGI coach certification to become a GOGI certified community coach was actually more difficult for them than an AA degree. But we kind of pride ourselves on the fact that it's not that easy to be a GOGI coach because you're going to have the lives of people in your hand. And we want to make sure that you've studied, that you know what you're talking about, and that you truly are living your life as a solution. It takes about 2 years to become a GOGI coach. It takes 21 credit units, which means lots of book study. And then once you deliver a thesis project, which is a 30-page special assignment, and then you are given your coach certification. You can put that on your resume, the GOGI certified community coach. And in fact, we've had a lot of our guys get employment as drug treatment counselors or in some way in the mental health sector. And having that certification as a GOGI community coach has really given them the extra edge over others who want that position. What if GOGI is not where I am? Well, if GOGI is not where you are, it's okay. Don't worry. Write to GOGI at our P.O. Box. You'll see listed on the screen, GOGI, GOGI, P.O. Box 88969, Los Angeles, California 90009. Write to us and ask for information. We'll send you a little brochure of the courses that we offer and make some recommendations. If you have no money whatsoever, and we understand that is often the case, then we will go looking for a donor for you. So you would send a request and you say, I have no money. I need a donor to support the purchase of my main manual. May I please have one? We get you on a list of donors, and then we do our best to provide you with a no-cost book. It's easier if you can afford to buy it, but if you can't, we are there to help fundraise for you. So what is the GOGI mailroom? The GOGI mailroom actually isn't a mailroom at all. It's actually a P.O. box and a bunch of volunteers that work out of the trunks of their car or in their kitchen tables. We don't have an office. In fact, we thought that if we had an office, we'd be paying rent. And if we pay rent every month, that's less that we have to be able to supply people with materials. So not only do we have no employees, we also have no office. Our GOGI mailroom is a little P.O. box near LAX airport, and we go and check it weekly, sometimes bi-weekly. We pick up the mail, and then we take it to our homes to process and make sure that we answer every single letter appropriately. What is the GOGI family? Well, the GOGI family actually grew organically from the fact that GOGI began as a prison program, but evolved as a peer mentor group, then evolved to a peer mentor network, to actually a culture that replaced a lot of the negativity in many, many prisons, to an extended family where prisoners were teaching their husbands and wives and their children these tools. Over the phone, I've heard conversations. In visiting, I've seen it. I've read letters to children about the tools and read the letters that children write back regarding the tools. So there is a sense of family. When we all speak the same language of positive decision making, it is a family. And I don't know why the entire world cannot benefit from being part of this global family of positive decision-making people who see the best in everything and live their lives in service. What do I think is the most important part about GOGI? Well, to me personally, the most important part about GOGI is it set me free. I wasn't always as happy as I am. In fact, I spent a majority of my life not being very happy at all. I didn't like what I saw in the world, and I didn't quite know why. But then I walked into a prison, and I saw some of the men there, and they seemed more happy, more peaceful, and free, and I wanted what they had. So I sat with them and I asked them, why? How can you be free when you're in prison? When I can drive away from here and I feel absolutely trapped. It was that journey that I began in 2002. And ever since that time, I've been dedicated to allowing anyone and everyone who wants to know how I got to where I am to do the same for themselves. So the most important part of GOGI is the freedom that it gave me. But aside from me, the second most important part of GOGI is the freedom that it's given to tens of thousands of individuals. I've had the joy of watching mothers get their children back, men get their families back, people earn their freedom, and the glow that absolutely happens when you secure your internal freedom and you live a life of service. I've seen it not one, not 10, not 10,000. I've seen it hundreds of thousands of times, where just the smallest little use of the GOGI tools has allowed someone to break through all the barriers that led them to feel the way that they do. So, GOGI is a way of life, it's a way of making decisions for everyone. And I think that is quite important.